Hey, how's it going? So now I'm going to be talking about integrations and what it is. Integrations. If anything, it can be very expensive, perhaps. Why would any business would say no to some of the software solutions and perhaps benefits that can offer to your business, whatever that might be, small to medium-sized business. Most of enterprises, perhaps they have internal IT team that can cover some of that. But if your business is small to medium-sized, perhaps it can be expensive, and some of the software solutions out there might not be optimal unless it's custom made. But that's too expensive. Perhaps that would be one of those problems that myself I find. But if anything, let's try to understand what integrations are and some of the potential that those integrations can offer to different businesses. Integrations refer to the process of connecting different software applications and systems to work together seamlessly. Integrations are essential for business and individuals to streamline their workflow and share data and automate tasks. So that would be key areas that some of the integrations you already got the software, right? So core software, at least that's how I think. It can be either way or whatever. It could be your company's website, right? And you can, or if you own your core software, right, you can integrate different solutions up there. Depending on a lot of factors. The companies, it might be some of the companies might charge you money. Some of the companies might take your data. I don't know. I don't know. There's different solutions out there. But either way, if we had to define a particular areas that integration can offer, that would be workflow, share data, and automate tasks. So that would be perhaps three different areas that integration can help your business to save some money, improve efficiency. Integration enables data flow between different software platforms without manual in intervention, reducing errors and saving time. Let's take a look at some common types of integration. API integrations. API integrations allows different software applications to communicate with each other. APIs define that methods and data formats that applications can use to request and exchange information. Many software services offer APIs, and developers can use to integrate their applications. What's important is that those applications would be able to talk to each other. So depending on what files, what the format of the files, and those applications would be able to communicate with each other. So all the files would be accessible perhaps on the search engine. So I'll just give you an example, as well as perhaps if data location, perhaps all that data would be stored. So depending on what kind of problem you would like to solve, right? Webhooks. Webhooks are a way to for one application to notify another application about events or updates. If you had scheduled a meeting, if there's notifications that you can potentially send to your customers or people who are using your software, something that I'm myself interested in, and I have seen some of the solutions there. When a specific event occurs, the first application sends an HTTP request to URL specified by the second application. This allows real-time updates and triggers actions based on events. I don't know if those notifications will become annoying, but perhaps if I were to develop a project for some of the school stuff there, perhaps remote schools, right? And you can potentially send notification about performance of a kid that you have led within a school, how his performance is, or what time you need to pick him up. So some obstacles there, as well as if he's working from home, notifications can come that next class begins, the remote class begins. So there are business people out there who might be interested in developing some projects there. Zapier and Integromat. This is popular no-code or low-code automation platforms that allow users to create integrations between various web applications without written code. I have seen some of those projects up there. Do your own research because those projects, I think, have paid and unpaid services, and some of those unpaid services can be capped where they only offer limited features. Not necessarily just those that I have mentioned, but myself, I'm interested in perhaps beginning with no code because usually that's where the problems begin, especially if you are beginner entry level. Perhaps if you just like to sort applications so it will be functional, and from there then you can come in and integrate your own code, right? So perhaps that would be overall entry point where you can begin developing those applications. Not particularly these two projects that I mentioned, but there are some software solutions there where they can click and drop. I think that's how it's been defined, click and drop, and you can build some applications there. ETL, extract, transform, load integrations. ETL tools are used to extract data from one source, transform it into a suitable format, and then load it into another system. Right, so just in case those systems do not talk to each other, right? So that's an objective that they'll like to solve. So perhaps changing some of the file formats so other system will understand. So if you build the software and that software not compatible with another software, perhaps that's an objective that they're trying to solve here. This is common in data warehousing and data analytics scenarios. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, because if some companies have different software solutions there where they can read all the data and the data that you have stored within your data storage warehouse. The other software solutions not necessarily can read that data. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not that good. Mid-level software acts as an intermediate between different applications or components, facilitating communications and data exchange. Enterprise services, bus, ESB, and message queries are examples in mid-level user integrations. I don't know that much about the project, but there are some software solutions there. Database integrations. Integrating databases involves connecting multiple databases or data management systems and share and synchronize that data. This is crucial for applications that rely on consistent, up-to-date all information. But either way, if anything, so I'm not really supporting even that. If anything, where are you storing all your data, your client's data, your personal data, your business data? It's very important. So there are some companies out there who do offer some what they are calling free services. After a certain period, they might change that or leave option within the contract that they might start charging you for all that data, just so you perhaps taking notice of. I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but there are some companies who might do in the beginning they might offer free services, and later they would begin charging you money for storing all that data, as well as within the contract otherwise they might benefit from perhaps repackaging that data and using for different I don't know. There's an options there, right? So we can repackage that data as well as use to that data to develop any AI software, as well as programming different test pilots. So it's just there's so many different solutions there how the data can be used for purposes that perhaps not right now we do know of, but perhaps later on the large data pieces can be used for various purposes, right? SaaS integration. Many softwares as SaaS services applications provide built-in integrations or connect actors to popular service like customer relationship management, CRM systems, and email marketing platforms, and more. Uh, Read the contracts before entering any of those agreements if any takeaways for myself. As I mentioned to you, they might trick you or to enter into the software, and later they would begin charging you money. So just be careful up there. What businesses are you interested in working with, even though they might offer some free services now? Just perhaps worth mentioning, and later they will try, to say the least, charging you money. I don't know that that's a good business model. I might be interested in doing that. So it's just so perhaps not in the first 4 years, perhaps 5, 6 years. So that's perhaps worth mentioning, right? Custom integrations. In some cases, business may need to develop custom integrations using programming languages like Python, Java, or JavaScript to connect specific systems that do not have pre-built integration options. So depending on what kind of overall core product and how you're going to integrate the different services into that core product, perhaps if you would be thinking outside the box, perhaps if you come up with a new way, perhaps adding calendar, one thing what would be required to operate next to your core product is just having those integrations there. As well, Internet of Things, that would be laser scanners, is something that you might be interested in. Outsourcing some of the something that's been done currently by people perhaps would be outsourced to having scanners, right? Integration, the devices often require integration with software systems to collect, analyze, and act upon data generated by sensors or devices. Perhaps there's some obstacles there and cost savings that can have for your business. For people up there who are interested in learning more, I have published a book, Rise Impact. In this book, I'm focusing a lot on how to begin and where to start when launching your own first business. In this book, I'm sharing all information for what you need to know when starting your livestock enterprise, and I'm focusing on where to begin. That would be from zero to first $10,000, euros, pounds, how to reach this milestone. In this book, I'm sharing all this information with people out there who are interested in taking action. If you're currently doing research, I would highly recommend to purchase this book. From doing research, I would highly recommend to take action and to begin doing it, as well as this book has all information that you might need to venture into your first enterprise business and where to begin. You can find this book in the description below, as well as Top Retailers has it. Integrations play a vital role in improving productivity, reducing manual work, and ensuring that the data is consistently and accurately shared between different parts of your organization's technologies. The specific integration methods and tools you use will depend on your unique requirements and the software applications you need to connect to your core product. I don't know if I can share anything. It would be, I remember a couple of days ago or so, when I was in a grocery shop and I saw a phone on the wall that you can call taxi with. So they used to have that in the shops. I remember doing it. I can't remember using it, but I remember doing it, as well as having phones across the city that you can go to, either put in the card or put in some coins, and you can call people, not necessarily in the local area but outside the local area. So that was a thing at the time. So the world is moving, and and I'm trying to share some information for people out there who like to improve current systems and potential benefits that that can have for their business. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.